about it. So we really asking, is segregation really that bad? It's because of the situation with the mayor of Boston sending out this email. So we're going to talk about that. And we also watched a couple movies, listened to some new albums, and we watched some sports. We're going to talk about all that coming up. You kicking it with KC, baby. Yeah. Popular topics, pop tops that may or may not be talked about in the news with yours truly, KCMC, 10 plus years in radio. Let's go. So we're talking about this first story coming from WCVB.com. Boston Mayor Michelle Wu acknowledged an error in sending an invitation meant for elected officials of color to those who did not fit that description, retracting it later. Wu clarified that she was hosting an annual gathering for officials of color from various government levels across Massachusetts, a tradition that she has been a part of for over a decade. She emphasized the intention to create a celebratory space for these officials and rotate the hosting. The mayor attributed the mistaken invitation to a common error in email miscommunication, offering an apology for the oversight. Wu outlined plans for two separate events, one specifically for electeds of color at Parkman House and another for all, quote, all elected officials and her cabinet members on a different day, also at that same location. The mayor of Boston, Michelle Wu, let me put that together for you. Sent out an email that was supposed to be for elected officials of color, and she sent it to everybody. There's a lot to unpack with this. So she got a lot of backlash. But from who? Who gave her? Who was really mad about this? Are you mad about this? I would assume it's the non-people of color, the people who were not invited to that event, that are probably gonna be mad. I'm like, okay, yeah, separating people by color and race was all cool during segregation. Now it's not. Okay, I get it. Here's the thing about it. I get the fact that when you find out you're not invited to something, you kind of feel a certain type of way about some things. Just in general as a person. But black people and people of color been historically excluded from a lot of things. So I think a party is okay. I don't mind white people throwing a party for themselves. If a group of white people say, we found out is a flyer saying it's only white people invited to this party. Guess what? I don't give a damn. I don't really even want to go to that party, honestly, because it ain't for me. The only thing I'll be worried about is I'll probably be a little bit nosy, like, what them niggas over there talking about? Other than that, I don't care. The black people party gonna be lit. And I'm sure they want to come over here to the black people party. Or people of color, POC party. But I was today years old when I found out that Asians are considered people of color. I had no idea. Michelle Wu, she is of Asian descent, and she was the mayor of Boston, or is the mayor of Boston, sending out this email to all people of color. I didn't know Asians considered themselves people of color. I guess technically because you're not white or European, you're not, but I ain't never seen a dark-skinned Asian before. Never in my life have I seen a dark-skinned Asian. I'm not saying y'all can't be people of color. I'm definitely not saying that. But I ain't seen no dark-skinned Asians. So where you get people of color from? I've seen all light-skinned Asians my entire life. So how the heck are they representing people of color? Anyway, that's a whole nother subject. I don't think segregation in this situation is wrong. Being honest, I don't think segregation is wrong at all, as long as everyone's getting equal resources. And that's where the difference lies. But other than that, I don't care about white people throwing a whites only party, because the black only party gonna be lit, or people POC party. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments, call into the show. 313-466-4386. That's all I had in regards to topics, man. Let's keep it moving. We're gonna talk about music now in the audio audit. You know, I listened to a project from Pardison Fontaine. It's called X-Tape. I don't even really want to say that here on the YouTube algorithms. Watch this or listen to it on YouTube Music. No endorsement, by the way. 8 tracks, 21 minutes. Very, very short project he put out. It's less than 30 minutes, so I don't really take it serious as a project. Maybe he just throwing something out there, a quick listen. Nonetheless, I like this project. It's solid. I don't think he has any current singles playing on the radio, not nationally at least. But a couple songs stood out to me. Show Me Love, That's Cute, Sexxy and Conceited featuring Sexxy Red, Peace Star, which I'm not gonna say, adult movie star, and My Pardi. Good ass banging songs, bro. Like, I don't know if you know about Pardison Fontaine. He also known as Pardi. He recently dated Meg Thee Stallion. But he also writes a lot of songs and have written a lot of songs for a lot of big name artists. Kanye West, Beyonce, think Rihanna, if I'm not mistaken. Big names. Cardi B. So listen, he showed his skills on this project, Pardison Fontaine. He's very underrated as an artist, but I also think it's probably like either his looks and or his voice. Because it was something about his voice like, I don't think I like it. Put another voice on this and this is a banger. But his flow, his style was all there. And his lyrics was there, man. Pardison Fontaine, Sex Tape was a pretty dope project, man. I give it a highly recommendation. I even give it a lot of replay value. 5 out of 8 tracks that stood out to me. This is definitely worth the replay, man. But let me know what you think if you checked it out. Or let me know what you think about Pardison Fontaine as an artist altogether. Go off in the live chat in the comments, call into the show 313-466-4386. Real quick, I don't know if you noticed, but I listen to a lot of my music on YouTube Music. No endorsement. Shout out to YouTube, though. I would highly recommend a lot of people listen to the music on YouTube Music. Only because of the fact that I don't have to pay a monthly subscription. I can listen to all the latest albums for the most part for the free ski. And that's what I like, especially if you're going to stream and not pay for the album, because at any point in streaming, they can just take the song away and you're done. But anyway, the only thing I don't like about YouTube Music is they have ads. It's okay, I can live with it, but sometimes when you just listen to a track or a project and it's just flowing through and then in between songs, you hear a commercial. I'm like, this dude wrote a song for Pepsi? Then I'm like, oh man, this is a commercial. Pepsi done made a nice little jingle. I'm thinking it's a song that Pardison Fontaine wrote, and that's just YouTube Music throwing in another ad. Besides the ads, I actually like YouTube Music, but no endorsement because I ain't getting paid. But let me know what you think about any other streaming platforms. Go off in the live chat in the comments, call into the show. 313-466-4386. Let's switch it up, baby. Talk about music. Oh, I'm sorry, movies, TV shows that we recently seen and scenes I saw. Corn Stream. First movie we saw. I just had an itch, pause, to watch a good bad movie. So I went to Tubi and saw Bomb Pizza. Tubi, no endorsement. Bomb Pizza. This is one of those independent films. This was hour 46 minutes. It's a comedy. So it's starring Marcus T. Paulk. You know who that is? That was Miles from the Moesha Show. And he was on Martin too. And Lil Eazy-E was in this. Lil Eazy-E. So it was a couple other cameos in this. Ray J he made a cameo. A couple other people made some cameos. Good cameos. Decent movie. It was Marcus T. Paulk, Miles. He played a person named Peace. He has second thoughts about his new gigolo pizza delivery business. Then he delivers pizza to Snoop Dogg and receives ultimate pizza recipe. Now, him meeting Snoop Dogg is literally the last scene of the movie, so I don't even know why they put that in the description. It had a nice concept, but it was executed bad. Executed just like a bad movie. And I almost appreciated it for that, but then I kind of was like, y'all almost got this. But there's some parts where acting is bad, some parts. There's continuity issues in the movie where you can see a screen of the next scene on the actual scene. It was crazy. There's some continuity issues, some sound issues, shot composition issues. Nonetheless, I appreciate Tubi movies for what they are. So I would recommend this. Bomb Pizza. You got to put aside an hour 46 minutes though. When I saw that, I was like, almost 2 hours for a Tubi movie? But I watched it, so I recommend it. Go ahead and watch Bomb Pizza, man. I support most, if not all, movies on Tubi, man. Independent filmmakers. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call them to the show, 313-466-4386. If you saw Bomb Pizza or if you got any other Tubi movie recommendations. We did see another movie, by the way. Actually, I don't even know if I can technically call this a movie. It's a documentary. It was called Headliners Only on Netflix. No endorsement. This is an hour 22 minutes. Documentary on Kevin Hart and Chris Rock. Two of the best comedians in the game right now. It was basically just showing both of their come-ups and how both of them at sometime either earlier in 2023 or 2022, I can't remember, They were doing a short tour together called Headliners Only. It was just them two, and I think they had featured a few other people opening up. But basically, they did like 4 different venues around the New York tri-state area, and they ended it at Madison Square Garden, which was the biggest venue, like seating 20,000 people. So it was nice. They didn't necessarily show their jokes. They just showed the behind the scenes and their life meeting up and coming to this point. It was nice. It was cute. But I wanted to see the comedy. Where the jokes at, man? That's all cute, bro. But where the jokes at, man? They added Dave Chappelle at one point. And they made a lot of parallels to the Kings of Comedy. This is what I like. They made parallels to the Kings of Comedy. Basically saying, this is this generation, this era's Kings of Comedy. And we're not going to let our egos get in the way of us building this or continuing this like they did with the Kings of Comedy. That I understood, I appreciated it, I respected it. Now, they did mention trying to get Dave Chappelle in it too, but they said Dave Chappelle's in another space. He does what he wants. But can you imagine this generation's Kings of Comedy? Kevin Hart, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle. I don't technically think you need a 4th person, but if a 4th person was added, who you think it should be? I'm going to say Mike Epps. Now, I would low-key take Kevin Hart and replace somebody else, but if we had to go with those 3, I would take Mike Epps added to it. That's this generation's Kings of Comedy. That's just what I think. Other than that, Headliners Only was pretty decent, but I expected the comedy. But let me know what you think about Headliners Only as a project, and let me know who you got in your comedy Mount Rushmore. If you had to have Kevin Hart and Chris Rock in it, who else would you add? I say Dave Chappelle, Mike Epps. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. Let's switch. Let's talk about sports, baby. From the stands of a sports fan, my man Pots and Pans, let's get it. First, talking about NBA real quick. Couple games that happened the night before. Suns end up losing to the Brooklyn Nets. We talking about the same Phoenix Suns. They got Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal. Superstar lineup. They just not getting it done. I think this is one of the first, if not very few games where KD, Booker, and Beal all played together. They probably played about 10 minutes worth of time total all together on the floor. Other than that, there were times where it was just Devin Booker and Bradley Beal or Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. And that was pretty much it. But is this really going to work out for them? They took a loss to the Brooklyn Nets, who have no superstar. Now, it's still technically early, but if the Phoenix Suns' big 3, quote unquote, doesn't find some way to play together and find out how they can mesh, I see this being a repeat of Brooklyn Nets' big 3, but in the West, and still with Kevin Durant. And you can't blame Kevin Durant for it, but it's like, y'all not playing together. What are y'all expecting to do? Like, it sounds good on paper, but Phoenix Suns, I don't know about that lineup anymore. I don't know about that roster. I don't know if they're going to be competitive in the West, but we'll see. We'll see. But the Nets got that win in that one. Bucks end up beating the Pacers like 140 to like 120 something. The only highlight about this game is that Giannis broke not only his career high, but the Milwaukee Bucks franchise scoring record of he got 64 points. I think there was previously 57, and he got 64 points in this game. Give it up for my man's, dog. If you've been watching the show, you know I'm a fan of the Greek Freak, or I like his game, I will say, of Giannis. I like his game. I appreciate him. I see him getting at least one more championship. I didn't even expect that one, but he deserves it. He's a hard worker, pause. So he well deserved that. And also, he got into a squabble with one of the Pacers staff members trying to get the game ball from the game. I didn't necessarily see it, but he gets into some type of squabble because he wants to take the ball home. I get it. Now, is it that big of a deal to make a big squabble about it? Probably no. Probably no. I probably would have just wait and told staff, hey, I need that ball. Go get that ball. I scored 64 with it. I'm going to need that. But anyway, somebody going against Giannis, bro. Are you crazy? This man is 7 foot, muscular, bro. A dominant player in the league. He ain't even like a bench player. And you want to go against him? Bro, you can have this ball. We got 20 more in the back. Why are you doing that? It's not like you don't even know who he is. But anyway, that's just what I think. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show. 313-466-4386. I want to talk about some teams that are 18 that's near and dear to me. Detroit Pistons lost more than a franchise record right now. 20 games in a row they lost. But that's not it though. The Spurs with the #1 draft pick Victor Wembanyama currently 18 games in a row they done lost. So they're right behind us, pause. Why is this? Why do we have so many teams that are super great and excelling, and then we have some at the bottom that are just losing? All right, yeah, here, okay. All right, here we go. We connected. But anyway, man, I just think I don't agree with that, man. I don't agree with some teams being super great in the NBA or in any professional sports, and then the other ones being just all right, mediocre or sorry as hell, if I might say so. Now, some people blame it on the markets, the cities. Don't nobody want to play in Detroit. Don't nobody want to play in San Antonio, this and that. These are professional teams. Like, we need to start having, like, some type of equal level playing field for these people and the citizens in the towns that's paying to go to these games, seeing their teams lose franchise record games in a row like 20. I don't want to see that. Nonetheless, it is what it is. I think the NBA is slightly lopsided. I don't know how to fix it, but I see too many people being favored to go to an already winning team or go to another city just because you get a lot of sunshine and good weather. Nigga, we trying to ball and win a championship. Let's go. That's just me, man. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show. 313-466-4386. Only thing else I want to talk about in the NBA is Draymond Green, you wrong. What you did to Nurkic, that swing, I tried to make excuses or find a way to make a lot of your other fouls reasonable or practical. I feel like this one and the one choking Rudy Gobert, I don't know what you doing no more, bro. I don't know what you doing. Suspended indefinitely, don't know when he gonna be back this season. Say he gotta go to counseling and all types of goofy stuff. You gotta get it together, Draymond. Like, I can't even advocate for you at this point. I'm just like, huh? You looking goofy. I don't know what your agenda is. Maybe Nurkic was on some Rihanna and the Chris Brown car situation. He said something or did something to you that don't nobody else know about, but you had to get your get back. All right, cool. But it looks very bad on your end because this is repeated behavior, sir. But anyway, Draymond, good luck to you. We'll see how that turns out. But let me know what y'all think should happen to Draymond. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show. 313-466. The phone number is at the bottom, bro. Don't worry about me mumbling. So anyway, change of sports real quick on the NFL. Tonight, Thursday night football kicking off week 15. Chargers versus the Raiders. I'm expecting a very boring game. Justin Herbert for the Chargers is officially out with an injury. The Raiders, they ain't looking too hot. So I don't really care. It's going to be a game to watch. But talking about my Lions, they host the Broncos this Saturday, December 16th, a Saturday game. We need this win. We done lost 2 in a row. Start off the season very, very good with great momentum. Now we're sitting at 4 losses, 9 wins. We need this. Now the Broncos didn't start the season off good. Now they're starting to pick up steam. So they're kind of the opposite of the position we're in, pause. We got to get this win. We're in Ford Field. We in Detroit. Lions can't get this win. I might hop off this train this season. Because I already see the direction the momentum is going to go. And I can't take the heartache, the pain that we go through as Lions fans with the disappointment. I can't take that. I got a son. I'm trying to stay alive for him. Can't keep having these high blood pressure moments with the Lions. So I just want to say that it's a much needed win for the Lions. But anyway, let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show. Carolina Panthers, the last thing I want to say about this. If you ever been to an NFL game in general, chances are you found yourself in these long ticket lines just to get into the building. Some people snaking around, trying to cut lines, all this other extra stuff. Starting this weekend, Carolina Panthers will be using something called express entry, which allows ticket holders to opt into facial recognition software. Simply put, a screen will snap a fan's picture and link that to their Ticketmaster account to scan their ticket. A ticket taker will validate how many people are with the fan holding the tickets and then grant entry. They're going off your face. It might seem weird to you just off the sound, but we already give our face scans to our phones. At this point, it's going to be the future of technology. We shouldn't even run from it at this point. Facial technology, facial recognition is going to be what it is. So while I want to say, I don't want to put my face in the system. What are we worried about if we're not running from the feds or doing something illegal? I mean, we all do something illegal to some point. That's a whole nother subject. But other than that, we ain't doing nothing to the point we should be worried about police watching us on a facial recognition. Or you shouldn't. Other than that, I think the average citizen should be open to this facial recognition technology, even though it has a lot of flaws. I still don't agree with it, but it seems like the inevitable. That's what I think. Carolina Panthers trying facial recognition. Are you on board with it? To avoid long lines, go off in the live chat in the comments, call into the show. 313-466-4386. Other stuff going on, college football playoffs. We talked about all that. We about to get up out of here. Thinking out loud real quick. I feel a certain type of way about therapy. I have this ongoing battle. It's two sides. One side, I look at therapy, I'm like, okay, I can go, I can vent, I can release, my thoughts and share it with someone who is unbiased in my situation in my life. Has no attachment to me. They can't necessarily tell other people that I know about the business that I'm telling them. So this is a good release for me, and they can give me professional feedback and from a different perspective. I respect therapy. On the other end, I'm like, nigga, I'm God. I don't need to talk to nobody else. I talk to myself and figure out my own problems. I think out loud, and then I come up with my own solutions. Or I try to, or I work them out myself. Talking to somebody who's only getting paid to listen to me ain't gonna help me. They just there to just say some little other stuff that I really don't want to hear. What I want to hear should be coming from me. I'm my biggest critic. But that's just me thinking out loud. That's the Gemini in me. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show. 313-466-4386. We about to get up out of here, man. Before I do that, I need you to do me a favor if you're still with me. I know I had an interruption, man, but kick it with KCMC on all social media at KIWKCMC. That's just the abbreviations for Kick It with KCMC. KIWKCMC. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, all that. And show some love to my sponsor, Team Elite. They on all social media at Team Elite 313. That's TEAMELITE 313 on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And check out they premium urban-based athleisure wear. That's t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, tech fleece jogger sets, varsity sets, and more. It's all on their website, teamelite313.com. Ask your mom, baby. Appreciate you for kicking it with me. If you got this far in the video, hit that like button. Appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the alert so you know when we're going live, because we might pop up on you at any time, man. That's all the free love. If you really want to show some love, got the Cash App right here. Donate to the show so we can grow. We appreciate that, bro. Other than that, other ways to support, check out my singles, Juice and Hands and Knees, featuring my boy Techmatic. Everything's in the description below. Check out our other show, Talk, featuring Uncle KG. Episode dropped this morning, and they drop every Thursday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Appreciate you again for kicking it. We out.